Hello, Dr. Joe here of the drjoe.com and the 2020forum.com. So today I want to talk to you guys about this stuff here. Okay, this is Himalayan pink salt. Okay, Himalayan pink salt. And the reason I want to talk to you guys about it is because I do get questions about this particular salt all of the time. And usually what I do is I refer these people to my blog because I have done an article on this Himalayan pink salt on my blog. But I felt, because the questions have remained persistent, I felt I should do a video on it so that there will be a video here for you guys to watch. Now, the questions usually surround whether Himalayan pink salt offers any health benefits over this stuff here. This is regular table salt, or even sea salt for that matter, okay? Those are the usual questions I get regarding this Himalayan pink salt, if it offers any additional health benefits over regular table salt. And, I was one of those people who fell for the hype of the Himalayan pink salt previously, and I had to come out of that camp, okay? I decamped, and the reason I decamped was because in situations like this where you're spending a lot more money on a particular item when there is a considerably cheaper alternative, you got to ask the question, why am I spending that money? You want some justification for it. And what I did was what I usually do. I dug deeper into the subject of Himalayan pink salts to see whether there are any additional benefits. And what you're going to see now are some of my findings. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to be looking at Himalayan pink salt. Is it worth its weight? Okay, that's what we're going to be looking at in this very video presentation briefly. So one of the things we need to look at is comparing the flavor of Himalayan pink salt with other salts, in particular, regular table salt. So does Himalayan pink salt possess a deeper flavor? That's what we're going to be looking at. And as it happens, this has been subjected to a study. And this study was published in Poultry Science with the title, Effect of Alternative Salt Use on Broiler Breast Meat Yields, Tenderness, Flavor, and Sodium Concentration. So this was the title of this very study that looked at Himalayan pink salt, comparing it with others. And in that very study, what they did was to marinate chicken breast, fresh chicken breast, with different gourmet style salts, inclusive of Himalayan pink salt. Okay, so that was what they did in that study. And the aim of the study was to evaluate the effects of those salts on marination, on the cook loss yields, tenderness, sensory attributes, and sodium concentration. And the sensory attributes is what concerns us here, because we're going to be looking at the flavor. And I got to say that in the testing, in that very study, Himalayan pink salt scored poorly in those tests. If anything, at best, it was average. Okay, so in terms of flavor, in that very study, Himalayan pink salt did not deliver. Okay, it didn't. And I have done the testing myself on different dishes when I was using it. And I got to say that I have not discerned any difference in flavor delivery. I tried it on different dishes to see whether there was going to be any difference in flavor, but I got no results. There was no superiority in terms of flavor delivery from Himalayan pink salt compared to regular table salt. So next, we're going to be looking at hypertension management claim, because if you look at, by the way, this is a screenshot from one of the sellers on Amazon. Indeed, this was where I bought the one that I showed to you now at the beginning of the video. And one of the claims here is that Himalayan pink salt helps promote hydration and helps maintain electrolyte balance. Well, that's a true claim, but the point is all salts do that anyway. Himalayan pink salt doesn't deliver more in terms of hydration and maintaining electrolyte balance. But let's move on to this very claim here, which is that Himalayan pink salt contributes to lowering blood pressure and improving circulation. Really? Really? So I went on a literature search and went on to our popular PubMed website, which is a database
with millions of studies, and look for any studies relating to Himalayan pink salt and hypertension. I got no results. Okay, no results found, zero results. Okay, zero results. So that claim is spurious. It's unsubstantiated. Okay, as far as hypertension management is concerned. Himalayan pink salt does nothing for hypertension. So, what about minerals and elements claim? Because this is another one that the sellers tend to profess. This guy is saying that Himalayan pink salt naturally contains over 80 essential minerals and trace elements used by the body for maintaining good health and well-being. Okay, so let's look at this scientifically and see. Let's look at the composition of Himalayan pink salt. What is the composition? So here we go. 98% of Himalayan pink salt is made up of sodium chloride. Okay? Sodium chloride. And that's why it is a salt, because it is made up of sodium chloride. Now, it's got some calcium, but the calcium is only 0.6% of the Himalayan pink salt. And it's got water, and water constitutes 0.7% of Himalayan pink salt. It's got some potassium, iron, zinc, and magnesium, but all of that constitutes just 0.6% of the Himalayan pink salt. And the so-called other elements, they make up just 0.1% of the Himalayan pink salt. Okay, so this is the composition of Himalayan pink salt. It is mainly made up of sodium chloride. That's the takeaway from this very slide here, that Himalayan pink salt is 98% sodium chloride, and that's why it is a salt. So you may get some of these minerals by consuming Himalayan pink salt, but the point of the matter is that you're going to have to consume bucket loads of the salt for you to achieve that. And in doing so, you probably ruin your kidneys in the process. And in any case, these minerals are widely available from other foods, in particular vegetables. So you don't necessarily have to consume Himalayan pink salt to get these so-called minerals. So saying that, it means that 1.9% of Himalayan pink salt is made up of the so-called minerals and elements that the sellers tend to claim. Okay? Does that justify the cost? As far as I'm concerned, no. So let's look at the cost anyway. Now, regular table salt will sell for about 3 cents per ounce, and Himalayan pink salt will go for 66 cents per ounce. What this is telling us is that Himalayan pink salt costs 22 times more than regular table salt. Is there any justification for that? Okay, that is a question. Is there any justification for that? As far as I'm concerned, no. Scientifically, there is no evidence to demonstrate the superiority of Himalayan pink salt to regular table salt. Himalayan pink salt is not scientifically better than regular table salt. The so-called elements constitute just 1.9% of Himalayan pink salt. Does that justify the cost? As far as I'm concerned, no.
So, as you can tell there are really no additional benefits from using Himalayan pink salt over regular table salt. None at all. All those claims about, using it for management of hypertension, that's just clearly spurious and totally unsubstantiated. And there's really no room for that, okay? So, if you want to buy it because it's beautiful, that's fine, okay? Okay, it's got a beautiful hue. That's what it's got going for it. It's pink and it looks good. If the hue is your attraction, then go ahead and spend the money. But the point is that it offers no health benefits over using regular table salt, okay? Now, someone else might argue that, well, this regular table salt is refined. But the refinement of the table salt does not negatively impact your health, okay? If you're using it within reason, okay? Not any more than Himalayan pink salt would. So, on the other hand, you could also argue that, well, Himalayan pink salt being unrefined, it may contain impurities. So, if we want to split hairs, we could drag the argument in that direction that these may contain impurities because it's totally unrefined. Like I said, if you say you want to spend money on it because it looks beautiful, that's fine. But do not go buy Himalayan pink salt because it's going to offer you any benefits at all. Any more than a regular table salt will do, or sea salt. Okay, so the choice is yours if that's what you want to do, but not for health reasons. So hopefully you got some value from this very video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, please like the video, and also please share this video with your friends, with your family, with your colleagues. If you got any questions regarding this video presentation, go ahead, leave your questions down below, or comments down below. I think that's about it. Until next time, well, this is Dr. Joe signing out.